realize the federal government is shut down? Someone who's intimately familiar with the problem that we're facing right now. Senator John Husted, welcome back to the 55 KRC Morning Show. It's a real pleasure to have you on today.
Great to be with you. Thanks for having me. I
note that the American Federation of Government Employees is on the Republican side of the ledger, telling the Democrats, basically, because this has got to be levied at the Democrats, normally Democratic allies this union, they're saying, pass the continuing resolution. You got a clean funding bill sitting there. Put us all back to work, gosh darn it. Is this going to change the dynamic, Senator, or are we going to wait for even more pain to come, which might include the end of SNAP for some people, WIC nutrition assistance being impacted, Head Start, the problems we're already having with the air traffic controllers not showing up to work, even though they're critical employees? The problems are mounting, but when is the breaking point, I presume, for the Democrats, or will the Republicans end up capitulating?
The Republicans are united in this because we are not playing games. We're just saying, hey, open the government, keep it at its current funding levels, serve the American people. By the way, it costs us $400 million a week in salaries, and many of those salaries ultimately will be paid, but we will not get the work in return for that salary from all of these hundreds of thousands of people. And just let's go. Let's stop playing games. Chuck Schumer 13 times. When Joe Biden was president, passed clean continuing resolutions. Republicans helped, but now they hate Donald Trump so much that they're willing to make the American people suffer to try to embarrass the president. But it's not working, and I don't see, unfortunately, any break in sight. Democrats seem to be dug in their position because their left flank will not let them do otherwise at any point in time. Well, I mean, frankly, they made a decision they can't wiggle their way out of right now. They're having a hard time figuring out how to do that.
Yeah, the only solution seems to be continuing at the Biden-era funding levels, which we can't emphasize enough. And this was the prudent, smart political move by Republicans, much to the chagrin of Congressman Massey. And I understand his point on this. We need to cut government, not keep things the status quo. But you took all the wind out of the Democrats' sails in saying, no, these are your funding levels. And parenthetically, it's your deadline in December to end these supplements. This is something 100% owned by you. That's just it's put the Democrats in an impossible position.
Yeah, it's easy to start a fight. It's hard to get out of one, and political fights especially, because you have to say, well, what did I get for all of this? What did 28 days of shutting the government down, causing all kinds of challenges for working families, from military, air traffic controllers, Homeland Security, TSA agents, all those people. Okay, we put them through all of this, didn't pay them, made them work. But now we're just going to do what? Like, what's their exit strategy? They don't have an exit strategy, and they're in a pickle.
Well, I don't expect this to happen, Congressman John Husted, but I have to. My guess is there are more Democrats, say, leaning Fetterman. And at what point in time did you and I ever think that we would be pointing to Fetterman as the example of common sense and reason in the Democrat Party? But the Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez socialist far leftist wing of the party has totally dominated the conversation and the narrative and the political moves by the Democrats. Is there still a will to maybe say, these are all loser issues? The AOCs of the world and that wing of the party are on the wrong side of all these 80-20 issues. If we're going to ever get our party back, we need to change gears.
I think that you're onto something right there, because I do sense that there are a number of Democrats who don't like this left-leaning lurch that's happened. I mean, extreme left-leaning lurch that's happened in their party. And when they see, because remember, they're going to see real people suffer who are their constituents that they said they should be fighting for, who are going to lose as a result and really have hardships as a result of their decisions. And I think that there's a growing sentiment among some Democrats, at least 5. Remember, 3 of them have voted with us. We need 5 more. There's at least 5 more Democrats who agree that we should do a continuing resolution and get back to work. But right now, Chuck Schumer is so scared of his left flank that he must continue the Schumer shutdown as a way to protect himself. Because what's he going to say? If he said, okay, 28 days is enough, the radical left would skewer him.
They would, but it'd be an acknowledgement that it was a terrible strategy, which you and I have pointed out here in this conversation. It's a terrible strategy.
I think that sometimes leaders need the troops to save them from themselves.
Yeah.
If he could get, I think if he'd just hold his nose and allow 5 of the more moderate-leaning Democrats to join us, get the government open, they could do a reset and then begin a negotiation over the next few weeks. Because remember, a clean CR only keeps the government open until November of 21.
I know.
They don't lose any leverage. We'll be right back where we are. It's just that right now there's no discussions going on because they won't open the government so that we can fund things and move on from that debate. Every day they wait, the things that they want are less likely to happen. And I have to tell you that there's something that's really rich that's happening where the Democrats are saying the president should just fund SNAP, right? the food program. They held a rally last weekend that said, or a weekend or so ago, says no kings. But now they want him to act like a king,
right?
And just fund the things that they want, even though they are refusing to fulfill their responsibility. You want kings, then Congress act, fund things that you want, and don't force him to have to act like a king, for goodness sakes. This is crazy.
And, of course, they passed up a couple of opportunities to do just that, getting the American military paid, for example, the air traffic controllers paid. No, we're not going to do a piecemeal. They're just going to put too much power in the hands of Donald Trump, a man who I guess they wish had more power so he could get things paid for that they want to get paid for. Senator John Husted.
They're literally empowering him more and more every day that they do this. And then they claim that they don't want to empower him, but that's exactly what they're doing. It's just such hypocrisy.
Not that it changes the political landscape if they change their minds and open the government back up, Senator Husted. Before we part company, do you think part of them just wants to wait till the election next week to see how things go? The elections that have some sort of, that are closely watched, that are kind of cliffhangers for whether a state's gone blue or red. Is that part of the game plan, you think, at all?
Could be part of it. Look, they're looking for an exit strategy, and look, they're running in the mayor of New York. Like, gee, a Democrat's going to win that. It's likely that in the blue states where all the elections are, that they will do well. But then they're going to try to claim some kind of victory over that. Well, I mean, hardly. That's like saying that if a Republican wins the governorship of Indiana, that's a big deal.
Right.
I mean, come on now.
No question about it.
I think that they're looking for any excuse that they can to get out of a pickle that they've created for themselves.
Well, let's say Mondami lost. And let's say some of the other governor races that are closely watched, the Democrats lose. Wouldn't that be a golden opportunity for Chucky Schumer to stand up and say, all right, the people have spoken. Us shifting so far to the left has lost our voters. We need to right the ship and head on the right direction. Here's what we're going to do on a going forward basis, beginning with opening the government up, possible political strategy to get things going in their direction. Senator Husted.
There is no chance that's what Chuck Schumer will conclude.
Had to throw it out there. John, God bless you.
Even though it makes a lot of sense, no chance he's going to do that.
Well, if I was king of the world. Anyhow, Senator John Husted, thank you for your time today, sir. Keep fighting the good fight on behalf of the American people, and we'll see what happens. All of our collective popcorn is out.
Yeah, thanks, Brian. Take care.
Pleasure, man.